What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It is Wednesday over here. Bitcoin, as we speak, is at about 26.6K. It did get a pullback, as we have talked about, because it has been rejected at that 28K level and was in a bearish pattern. Now, let's see if Bitcoin can actually get a rebound here and basically pull the altcoins back up, or will it continue pulling back and drag quite a bit of the altcoins here down with it? Going to be taking a look into Bitcoin. Very important to be paying attention to that right now, as always, because it is the main driver of this crypto market. It could determine how the altcoins are going to move. Now, the main topic of this post will be about Axelar. See what's going on in this market since the last time we have talked about it. It has broken out, but will this breakout last long? We're going to be taking a look into some upside and downside price targets for AXL and see some of the key price levels to be paying attention to in order for this coin to go either direction. I'm going to be giving you guys my personal sentiment, opinions, and what I'm personally doing in this market later in this video, so make sure to be staying around for that. Of course, none of what I'm saying here is financial advice. It's purely my personal opinions and speculations. I am not a financial advisor, nor am I an elite trader of any sort, even though I am a profitable trader who's been able to keep my profits during the last bear markets. But I'm looking to crush it here for the next bull cycle. So if you guys feel the same way, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Let's get right into the charts here. So we're going to come to the Bitcoin chart here first today, because it is very important, as always, to be talking about Bitcoin. This is the first setup that I look at before I look into any altcoin setups, because it can determine how most of these altcoins move, okay? If you guys don't believe me, just go to the monthly time frame and tell me which altcoin has been up since November of 2021, okay? That's basically when Bitcoin has started its bear market. Now, let's come over here to the daily time frame for Bitcoin here. I've been talking about this, right? So 28K is a key level Bitcoin does need to reclaim in order for this market to look bullish, at least in the short term, okay? Because that is where the daily 200 SMA are and the weekly 200 SMA is, okay? You first need to get a daily candle close above the daily 200 SMA. That's what you're going to be looking for if you're a bull, right? And then a weekly candle close above the weekly 200 SMA, which is currently at about, I think, about 28.2K-ish, right? So those are going to be the two signals I'm going to be looking for. However, I've been talking about this, right? Bitcoin has been running within this rising channel pattern. It's usually a bearish pattern, and we did actually get a breakdown here. And when Bitcoin breaks down, it did drag quite a bit of the altcoins down with it. So very important. I cannot emphasize how much attention we should be paying attention to Bitcoin with, right? Now, the measure move from this breakdown, okay, of this measured breakdown here from this rising channel will give you about 26.1K area, okay? About that 26.1K area here, okay? Will it actually continue downwards? We're going to have to take a look into the smaller time frame and see if we get any clues on what could be happening, okay? Now, since the price action has broken down from this rising channel, it did form somewhat of a falling channel, which usually breaks back to the upside, okay? Usually, not absolutely, okay? So I'm going to be taking a look into the smaller time frames here, 4 hour, even 2 hours, and see if we can get any clues on if this Bitcoin price action is going to be rebounding or continue downwards, okay? Now, if Bitcoin actually breaks this bottom trend line here, I think we can still adjust this quite a bit to still fit a falling channel form. So if it actually does that, I'm going to be providing you guys updates on what this Bitcoin chart could be looking like. So make sure you guys are liking this video, subscribing, and letting me know that in the comments you guys do want to continue seeing more of Bitcoin because it is the driver of this crypto markets. Okay. Now, Bitcoin is currently at the daily 50 SMA, currently at about 26.6K. Let's see if it can actually get a bounce here, right? And then we do have some 3-day moving averages that's right underneath the price action. However, the main thing if we actually zoom out here, the bigger thing to be paying attention to is this double top pattern. That is still very active, okay? If price action here for Bitcoin actually comes back down here to the neckline of about 24.7K, things are going to start look a lot more edgy for Bitcoin as well as the crypto markets because the breakdown of this double top pattern is very steep, okay? Down to about 17K area, I'm just going to say 17K area, okay? Now, let's go ahead and go to Axelar and see what is going on in this market, okay? So AXL, we've talked about this last time. I think I talked about WAXL, which is wrapped AXL last time, which I think it should be the same thing, right? Coming over here to the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame here, we do see let's come over to 3-day time frame even because we can see more clearly of a falling wedge pattern. Okay. A falling wedge pattern here usually breaks to the upside, and it did. Measure move from this breakout would be measuring the opening of the pattern, which would be here, because that's where we have the first point in the bottom trend line. And then we put it on top of the measure target. That'll give you a measure target of about 42 cents area, okay? Now, measure targets are estimates only, okay? It could be over, under, you should definitely take that with a grain of salt, in my opinion, because it really depends on what type of market it is. If it's in a very strong bull market, you could see price action exceed its measure targets very easily, okay? However, we're in a very iffy market right now, so I'll definitely take that with a grain of salt there, right? I've seen many altcoins that I have done TA on this channel that broke out of their falling wedges or whatever patterns, and mostly bullish patterns, but fell very short of their measure targets after many months, okay? So that is something to be keeping in mind of. Now, let's come over here to the daily time frame and see if we can get any clues on what this price action could be doing. Could it actually continue towards its measure targets, or would this be a fake out? Okay. Now, come over here to the daily time frame, right? I think this is even a little too small for me to see. Let's come over here to the 4-hour time frame here. It looks like this price action might have broken down from a rising wedge, rising channel that usually breaks to the downside. Okay, it did, right? Now let's see what could be happening here. Is this some type of a falling wedge that could tell me that it's possibly reversing? No, that's not. Right, so no particular pattern here. We are still basically, this price action is basically has broken down from this rising wedge, rising channel. It is consolidating, but I don't see a particular pattern here. Possible double bottom scenario, I would say, but no, the data is going to get a little too thin here, so we're going to come back here and take a look. It looks like a possible double bottom scenario here. So I will consider this. This looks like a double bottom here. So we have very little data here to really, be looking at. Okay. Three-hour time frame. This actually does not look like a double bottom. This looks like, if we actually zoom in here, this looks more correct. This looks like another rising wedge, rising channel, which tells me it's more likely that it's going to break to the downside. That will give you a measure move of about 33.5 cents area. Okay, if it breaks down by the next candle. If it breaks down later, then you're going to move the measure target along this bottom trend line here. Then that's going to give you a slightly higher measure move. It is also possible that it could break to the upside as well. So something to be watching out for on the lower time frame, right? So just going to be charting this breakout here and see if this price action will continue towards its measured targets. And since this breakout didn't really happen too long ago, we're really just going to have to take a look into the lower time frames for now. If you guys want me to continue bringing you guys updates on AXL, please do like, subscribe, and comment. If enough of you guys do want to see it, I'll bring you guys an update on this post, on this coin, right? Let's take a look into some key price levels that this price action does need to break in order to get to the upside. On this daily time frame here, immediately, it will be the daily 21 SMA. Trading view is getting a little hard to see. I really hate it because, during some situations, you really wish you can zoom in, but I can't, okay? So daily 21 SMA, which is the blue line here, that's very hard to see. It's going to be about that 34 cents area, okay? Immediate resistance. Daily 50 SMA, you're going to have about 34 cents area, 34.5 cents area. Daily 200 SMA at about that 43 cents area, the orange line here, which is basically outside of the bigger measure targets for now. Come over here to the 3-day time frame. We have the 3-day 21 SMA, which is about 35 cents area. 3-day 50 SMA, about 38 cents area. The 3-day 200 has not appeared yet. You guys can repeat the same exercise for the weekly, monthly, or whatever time frames you guys are interested in for key supports and resistances. You guys can also refer back to past trading history for key supports and resistances based on whatever time frames you guys are interested in. I am mainly interested in the higher time frames. So let's go ahead and go to the monthly time frame and see what are some key supports we should be paying attention to. So this is it's a very new coin here, a relatively new coin here, right? Hasn't been in here for more than a year. So I'm just gonna come over here to the monthly time frame so I can get a cleaner look at past trading history for key support, right? So it's very close to the all-time lows, right? So what I'm really seeing here is key support at about 33 cents, which that area, which we're basically at. If this breaks, do we have another estimate? No, I don't have another estimate here for you guys. If this price action breaks 33 cents, we're gonna have to come back here and rechart what's going on. If it does break 33 cents, because we don't have any past trading history below that area. Okay, so that's basically what I'm looking at for AXL. And my personal opinion on this market right now is, well, Bitcoin is still above that 24.7K area there. So I am still holding quite a bit of spot long on altcoins, quite a bit of altcoins on spot longs, but I am taking leverage positions on both long and shorts for some short-term trades, especially when Bitcoin is pulling back and it's basically stuck within a pretty tight range here. Okay, so that's basically what I'm doing here as a short-term trader. You guys let me know what you guys are doing down in the comments. Are you guys holding? Are you guys trading? how is this market treating you guys? It's a tough market, okay? Nothing like 2021, 2022, where it's pretty much a straight long, straight short for the most part. But right here, we're just playing with really tight ranges. So it's a very tough market, but I believe that easier days are definitely coming up, especially if Bitcoin breaks back on top of 32K. Okay. Now, that's basically it for this post. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.